Hey everyone, it's the Rockstar1 here. I'm coming to you guys with another little NHL off-season update thing. I know I've talked about this in a bunch of videos, and that is the NHL Captaincy Vacancies. And previously I had mentioned that there were only 3 teams with Captaincy Vacancies, that being the Edmonton Oilers, the Nashville Predators, and the Carolina Hurricanes. But it turns out, like one of my friends brought to my attention, that there are, as well as the Blues, the Jets, and the Panthers are also without captains right now. So, and then there are a few teams, 3 of them, the Stars, Kings, and Isles, without alternates right now. So I just wanted to talk to you guys briefly about that, and some of my choices for who I think should take over in captaincy or get alternate captaincy. First off with the Canes, you guys know I've talked about this many times. Jordan Staal is a great person for it, you know. He was an alternate captain with Pittsburgh, and he's been an alternate captain with Carolina, and I just think he would be the most logical choice to take over. Or maybe Justin Falk, you know, he's also, I believe, been an alternate for quite some time with Carolina. I think either one of those would be a good choice, you know, for Carolina. I really want them to get it done. Like, Eric has been gone for a while, and they haven't done it. And, I mean, I understand maybe out of respect for Eric, maybe they didn't want to, because I know Pittsburgh had done that when Mario left. And the Montreal Canadiens did it previously as well. They just had 3 alternates. So maybe that's what they're waiting for. I mean, and if that's the case, you know, have your 3 alternates, but they've had them for a while. Like, Eric's been gone for quite some time now, and they've had a lot of time to think about it, and I feel like Jordan or Justin would be one of the better choices for it. And as you guys know, with Edmonton, I think it should go to Eberle or one of the more veteran players on the team, but I know that it's pretty much been announced that it's going to be Connor McDavid, which I'm kind of lenient on. I just feel like he's way too young to take over as full-time captain. You know, maybe give him alternate captain and just run with 3 alternates. You know, don't give the kid captaincy right away. I mean, it's a big responsibility, and I just feel like he's not going to measure up, and then it's going to get a lot of hate and backlash towards him, and that's just not something, you know, Connor needs this early in his career, because he is a fantastic hockey player, and I really want to see him aspire to greatness, and I feel like this could go bad, and it could ruin him. But yeah, that's just my opinion on it, is they should give it to one of the more veteran players like Eberle, or just run with 3 alternates for another season. See if you really want Connor to be captain, because I just feel like that is way too big of a responsibility to give a rookie that barely played 50 games last season. I mean, I'm going to check because I don't remember how much it was. We'll see here. How many games did you play last year? But anyways, yeah, I don't know. I'm checking now. See how many he played. Because he got an injury. Yep, he broke his collarbone. Yes. He only played 45 games. That's 45. That's just over half of a season. So, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like he has not had enough NHL time. He has not even had playoff experience. I mean, I know I don't believe Eberle has had playoff experience either. But, I mean, not a lot of the current Edmonton Oilers haven't had playoff experience. But, that's another story. But I just feel like he needs more NHL time before they give him that full-time of a role. I'm going to ask for the Preds. You guys know I'm big for hashtag James Neal for captain. I would like to see James Neal as captain, mainly because he is my favorite player. He's a great vocal leader on the ice. He is, you know, he does a lot for the community of his hometown in Whitby and for Nashville. You know, he's ran a hockey clinic. The second one will be coming up here soon. And I just feel like, you know, yes, there are some plays he makes that are not likable. But, you know, Jamie Benn also has made not likable plays, as well as Gabriel Landeskog. I call him that. I know it's Landeskog. But, and like Sidney Crosby, he's made plays that are, who knows? People have their opinions on it. But, I feel like he would be a good fit for the captain. And he has a lot of time left on his career. Well, on his contract. And I just feel like it would be a good choice for Nashville. Or Mike Fisher as well. But Fisher, in my opinion, he just only has this season and then his contract's up. Chances are he's not going anywhere since he is married to Carrie Underwood. He's probably going to stay in Nashville. But, then they'd have to worry about re-signing him. And then there's always the, what if he wants more money because now he's the captain? See, they won't have to worry about that with Neil for quite some time. And I just feel like maybe James would be a better choice than Mike. I've also heard Roman Josi thrown into that mix. In my opinion, I just don't feel like Roman's very vocal. But that's just from watching him in interviews. And there was a thing he did with Shea Weber where Roman just kind of stood there and Shea just kind of talked to her. I just feel like Roman isn't that vocal. And to be a captain and a leader, you have to be very vocal and very, and I just feel like Roman doesn't fit that mark. Yes, he's a great defenseman, but, I feel like he wouldn't be that much of a voice in the locker room, whereas James and Mike could be. So that's that. On to the Florida Panthers. In all honesty, it should go to Jaromir Jagr because he's Jaromir Jagr. But I feel like also with Florida that he's been he's been around for forever. So and also with Florida, UC Jokinen, I believe, is an alternate captain. I don't really know for Florida. I like the Panthers. Maybe it should go to Luongo. I believe Luongo was captain of the Vancouver Canucks, but it's just harder for a goalie to be captain because they can't really, I don't think they can wear a C on their jersey. And also they can't leave the crease at certain times when the captain would need to. So an alternate would always have to do that. But I feel like, Jaromir, maybe UC Jokinen. I think also David Bolin is an alternate as well. He'd be a nice candidate. I don't really know about Florida. So, onward to the Blues. Tarasenko, I'll just come out and say that. Because, Tarasenko has been a great player for the Blues. Or maybe even Scotty Upshaw. Just what those players that have been around for a while. I think Tarasenko's probably the likely candidate. I'm going to double check real quick who their alternates are. Pietrangelo, yeah, I can see Pietrangelo or Stein. Really any of them. I don't really know much about St. Louis. I'm not a fan. For the Jets, oh gosh. All I know is Blake Wheeler's an alternate. You see, in my opinion, I feel like a captain should be picked from the list of alternates you already have. One of them should be promoted, and then you can promote another guy up. And that's just kind of how I feel about it. And that's what, my cousin, he plays hockey, he's a goalie. Well, yeah, he plays local leagues around here, and he played, I think, AAA a long time ago, but he said he feels that way too, that they should pick a captain from players who have already been set as alternates. And I feel that way as well. I feel like for alternates, you can pick anyone because they're not. But for a captain, it should already be someone who is an alternate or who had been an alternate before, or someone who just has a lot of veteran experience. So for the Jets, Blake Wheeler is really the only name that I really feel like anyway sticks out to me through the Jets. I don't follow Winnipeg much just because I don't know. I miss the Thrashers. But anywho's, onward to the alternates. The Stars, the Kings, and the Islanders. For the Stars, I believe it was with the departures of Alex Goligoski, and I don't remember who the other one was. I know Gogo was one. But I really feel like they should give it to Tyler Seguin. I mean, Segs is awesome. And I believe he did wear an A for a few games. So, I mean, maybe Tyler Seguin and Jordy Ben. Is Jordy still? Yeah, they did re-sign him. I remember that. So I think those two would be really good choices for alternates. For the Kings, I'm not sure about the Kings. I mean, maybe Doughty. Maybe give alternates to Doughty and Brown. Where's Mike Richards? No, he plays for the Capitals now. Yeah, but the Isles. Ugh. Sorry, I really do not like the New York Islanders. I can't even think of any players on the Islanders right now other than John Tavares. So I don't really have an opinion on that. I'm going to look up their roster real quick and tell you guys who I think just on first glance of their roster. Just because I don't like the Islanders. I'm sorry, that is not nice of me to say, but I just don't. I think it's probably for me being a Penguins fan. I can see why they don't have alternates. Maybe Grabowski. I don't know. I don't know who they will give it to. Or Casey Cizikas. They have Casey Cizikas. Yeah, but... Or Boychuk. Whoops. I closed the wrong window. They have Johnny Boychuk as well. Yeah, I don't follow the Islanders at all. But pretty much, that's it. Those are the teams. And sorry I keep doing that. I'm sitting on the floor and it's a little uncomfortable. But those are the teams that are without captains or without alternate captains. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how next season comes about with, leading up into the expansion, which I believe I talked about in a previous video, where each team is going to be able to save 8 players and they can only save 1 goalie. So that'll be 7 skaters plus the 1 goalie they can save. If they choose to, I'm not sure if they're going to have to save 1 goalie or if they can throw both of them up. I don't know how it's going to work. We're going to see once it gets closer to that date and time. Ugh, it's very stressful. I'm not looking forward to the expansion at all because it sounds really scary. But anyways, that's pretty much all that's been going on. There hasn't been anything major happening. Thank goodness it's been silent so far. But training camp, I believe, is starting soonish. Towards the end of August to the beginning of September is usually when players get back to where they are and they start training, with the team, skating with the team. And then towards middle of September is when preseason begins, like the middle of September, towards the end of September, and then the beginning of October is when regular season starts, which I'm excited for. I can't wait. I'm entirely bored without hockey. So I hope you guys are having a great summer. It's been hot these past few days here. Today it was up to 90 with 101 heat index. I mean, I know that's not that bad, but I live in Iowa and it's pretty hot in comparison to, there's my cat, what we normally get. So, stay cool if it's hot where you are, or stay warm if it's cold where you are. So anyways, I hope you guys are having a fantastic off season, and I will see you guys next time when there's something I feel like I need to talk about, or when one of the teams announces who their captain's going to be. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye, guys.